I'm not joking when I'm going to tell you that the state of Texas has hid, I would go as far to say, I've never sat there and counted, but I would say at least 50 felonies. At least 50 felonies, even involving felonies that cops have committed against me. And I'm talking hardcore felonies. And I'm talking felonies that have been caught on camera, felonies that have been caught on camera either at hotels or hospitals, or friends that are now dead, or witnesses that are now dead. And I'm going to go about this a whole different way, my friends. I'm asking, I don't know what's going on, but it seems like almost Facebook is part of the cover-ups too. Because I was asked to prove my evidence recently on Toby Hewitt and Wilbur Witt Jr., who goes by Bill the Butcher, and Robert Beatty. And then when I did it, I can't even get a call back from the police department now in Baytown, Texas. And this is after they admitted my case went to the DA's office for further investigation and said that was good news. And what a joke. If it was good news, they would be providing, if you really want to know the truth, hell, they didn't even give me the name of the DA. So now I have to figure out with all the DAs in Houston, and believe me, no one understands. There's one main DA, we know that in every jurisdiction, but no one understands that there's hundreds and hundreds of DAs. They work around the clock. They decide who goes to jail, what's worthy of an arrest. And I'm going on 9 years that I've even witnessed where the police witnessed black and white a crime and literally said, let me make a call to the DA's office, and said, sorry, ma'am, we can't make an arrest. And 9 years of me being constantly targeted, constantly victimized, constantly robbed, constantly harassed, mainly the robberies, massive, massive robberies of over $500,000 in 9 years. And $500 worth of belongings, worth of inheritance, and the state still is covering it up. And ask yourself why. It's so obvious why. The reason they're covering it up is because I'm suing the state for millions and 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 millions of dollars. You think they're going to help me win? You think they're going to help me prove that I'm not crazy? You think they're going to say, wow, let's backtrack all Amy's crimes and let's make arrests now so it strengthens her case? So my judge that I've taped, the clerk has never returned one phone call now in a year. Not one. And the only time she ever answered is when a friend called from her phone, and then she answered on the first ring. And ever since I had my number registered in their system, she's never answered the phone when I have black and white proof that I'm being terrorized for being in a federal lawsuit with Judge David Hittner. I'm not going to play this game. Here's my new approach. I've already reported to the FBI. Believe me, they're not going to do anything. I'm going to go ahead. People have already written the White House about my story. Now I have someone pretty powerful who's also going to make a call to the White House.
You are fake news.
And this is going to go all the way to the White House, including more people are contacting the FBI. If you think that it's okay to sit there and have a woman almost die over and over, have a boyfriend with a broken hand who's been beat up several times, robbed, I can't even count how many times now since he's been with me. We have to keep moving. We're now, with no money to even pay my phone bill today. And I said that's enough. That's enough. I'm someone who lived like my boyfriend a very, very upper scale lifestyle to literally having the state deliberately, hear me out, deliberately cause me to lose everything and go homeless and almost die multiple times. Everything from being chased with a gun that was caught on CVS camera that the police did nothing about, is there was an emergency lockdown on the store. That was about 9 years ago or something. I can't remember. Everything from that to them covering it up, even when the manager said it was on camera, to covering up a detective trying to... They end up dismissing my case without prejudice, knowing that I don't have the $400 to put in the fee for my new motion amended complaint. I've left numerous messages. I've tape recorded them all. That hell, I'm indigent because of this damn state. I think you can waive the $400 lousy bucks and I haven't even had a phone call back, which I'm not even sure if this is legal, what's going on, because I think no matter what, if someone has proof that someone's life's in danger, I think it's the law, especially a federal clerk, that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would think if someone has hardcore proof that they're getting death threats over a lawsuit, I'm pretty sure that you can't just sit there and go, hummity hum hum, I won't even return a call.
Get your phone out of my face.
I won't even have the judge be notified of this horror. And I'm going, really? I'm not going to let the federal clerk get away with this. I don't even really know if she's telling the judge. I've tape recorded everything and I'm going to make it live. And you know me. They're messing with the wrong mama, because I haven't seen my daughter in 9 years, and as far as I'm concerned, this clerk is just as corrupt as everyone. Because if you think it's normal that a federal clerk has had more than enough, even case numbers I've given her on death threats, harassment, everything you can imagine, and she doesn't have the courtesy to return one call, plus witnesses have called her in fear of my life, and she doesn't have the decency to just say, hey, this is what needs to be done, or this is what you need to do. I'm not going to play this state's game anymore. I have had it. I am looking so sick. If you notice how different I look in the past week, because I'm living a daily horror where they're hoping that I'll just drop dead of a heart attack. I will not let a state hide felonies. I will not let a state hide the massive thefts that cause me to go homeless, the horrible everything from strangulation to almost burned alive when trying to hide in a tent with homeless veterans and all this stuff that I had to crazily do because the state would never help me after promising me victim assistance, after doing sworn affidavits and having a couple officers that I won in court that had illegally arrested me, and they didn't do one dang thing to compensate me for hundreds and 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 thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. Since I put Officer Kenneth Truce in jail, I have been robbed of over $500,000 in belongings, and this state's done nothing. Not even Internal Affairs Sergeant Cephas, who originally told me, my God, lady, if anything bad happens to you, we're going to make sure you get help and all this. Not only did they use me for sworn affidavits, including the Attorney General's office and the DA's office, these people had deliberately retaliated against me by allowing people to try to kill me, to threaten to rape my daughter, to threaten to kidnap my daughter, and this state has seen black and white proof of it, and they've never done a damn thing. I am done with this state of Texas. I'm going to blow the whistle on this state like probably no other woman in America has ever done. And I am not bluffing. You wait to see the kind of stuff I get recorded today. Ellen, you're going to be exposed. You are a disrespectful woman. You should be fired from the federal courthouse. No woman should be allowed to ignore a lady's call who's in fear of her life. And so now my friends, my boyfriend, and even a radio host. I'm going to expose the hell out of you, ma'am.
That's all, folks.
Got no traveling shoes.